Have you ever wondered what it's really like to move to another country? Not the Instagram perfect moments, not just the sightseeing, but the real, messy, sometimes scary experience. Today, I'm going to share what moving abroad taught me. The challenges, the mistakes, the moments I wanted to give up, and the ways it completely changed my life. If you've ever thought about leaving everything behind and starting fresh, you'll want to hear this. Hey, I've been meaning to ask, how's life in your new country? I can't even imagine moving so far away.
Oh, wow. It's been a lot. Honestly, at first, I was terrified. Everything felt completely different. Not just the language, but the way people live, eat, and even smile at you. Small things that I never thought would matter suddenly mattered so much.
Really? That sounds kind of scary. Like, were you lonely?
Yeah, extremely lonely at the beginning. I remember the first week, I went to buy groceries and didn't understand a word. I just stood there, staring at the shelves, feeling completely lost. I almost walked out without buying anything.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. How did you even survive that?
Slowly, I forced myself to talk, even when I made mistakes. I remember asking someone where the bathroom was, and I completely butchered the sentence. They laughed, politely, but I felt so embarrassed. But after that, I laughed at myself too. And every time I tried, it got a little easier.
That's actually kind of inspiring. So, making mistakes was part of the learning?
Absolutely. Every mistake was like a small lesson. Like one day I tried ordering food and got something completely different, but I ended up loving it. And I realized it's okay to fail. It's okay to not know everything. It's part of the experience.
Wow, I feel like I would have given up so fast.
I almost did, many times. There were nights I would call my family, just cry, feeling so far from home. But slowly, I learned to enjoy my own company. I started noticing that being alone didn't have to be lonely. It could be freeing.
Huh, I never thought about that. I guess moving teaches you independence in ways you can't even imagine.
Exactly. And not just independence, it changes your perspective on everything. I started noticing small things like how people greet each other, how streets are organized, even tiny gestures that I never paid attention to before. It made me see the world differently.
And what about the culture? Was it hard to adapt?
Oh, yes, so many cultural differences. Sometimes I'd say something polite back home and people would look at me weird, or I'd follow a custom that was normal for me and it was completely wrong there. It's embarrassing, but it's also funny now when I think about it.
That sounds so real. Like, not the travel blog version of moving abroad.
Exactly. Life abroad is messy. You deal with challenges daily, language barriers, misunderstandings, missing home, missing your friends. But you also grow. You start understanding yourself in ways you never could if you stayed comfortable.
So, what would you say was the hardest part?
Honestly, feeling invisible. Like no matter how much I tried to connect, sometimes I felt like no one saw me. And it's scary when you're in a place where you don't speak fluently yet. You feel stuck inside your own head. That's intense. How did you cope? Little by little, I started making small routines, things that gave me control, like walking in the park, cooking a meal, practicing the language every day. And slowly, I made friends. Some of them through classes, some just random encounters at cafes or bookstores. And those connections, they made all the difference.
Wow. I didn't realize moving abroad involved so much patience and effort.
Yeah, it's not glamorous. It's slow, it's sometimes frustrating, but it teaches resilience. And the victories, oh, they feel amazing. Like finally having a proper conversation with a stranger without any mistakes, it feels like a superpower.
I love that. So, do you ever feel homesick?
Constantly. Some days I miss home so much that I just cry. But over time, I realized that homesickness isn't just sadness. It's a reminder of where I come from, what I love, and what I want to take with me. And at the same time, it teaches me to build a new home wherever I am.
That's deep. I feel like I could never leave home.
I thought the same. But once you do, you start noticing things about yourself, strengths, fears, habits that you never knew existed. It's like discovering a new layer of yourself.
Wow, that's kind of magical. Messy, scary, but magical.
Exactly. Messy, challenging, lonely, but magical. And every day I learn something new about the world and about me. And that's what makes it worth it.
So, besides the language and homesickness, what was the funniest thing that happened to you there?
Oh gosh, there are so many. But one time I went to a small local festival. I thought I understood the schedule, so I arrived late and completely missed the main parade. But instead, I accidentally joined a local dance group. They just pulled me in, and I didn't know the steps, the rhythm. I looked ridiculous.
No way! Did they laugh at you?
At first, yes, but then they started cheering me on. By the end, I was laughing so hard, I forgot I didn't know anyone there. And somehow that ridiculous moment made me feel like I belonged.
That's amazing. Like total immersion in the culture by accident.
Exactly. And that's what I learned. Sometimes the best experiences happen when things don't go as planned. I realized it's okay to be awkward, to fail, to look silly. Those moments, they teach you more than perfect ones.
Wow, that's so real. And what about making friends? Was that easy?
Not at all. Making real friends in a new country is slow. You meet people, but connecting takes time. I remember feeling invisible at parties, standing on the side, trying to join conversations, fumbling over words. But over time, the people who mattered stayed. And those friendships, they're deeper than many I had before.
That sounds like real growth. You really had to put yourself out there.
Oh, definitely. And that's another thing moving taught me courage. You learn to speak up, to try new things, to survive discomfort. Every little victory, ordering food correctly, getting directions without asking 10 times, it feels empowering.
It's crazy how small things feel huge when you're in a new place.
Yes, and that's life abroad. Everything feels bigger. Every mistake, every smile from a stranger, every thank you get in the new language. It matters.
Did you ever feel like giving up and going back home?
Many times, especially the first few months. I cried, I panicked. I questioned everything. But then I remembered why I came, and slowly I started noticing my own growth. I started realizing I was braver, stronger, more adaptable than I thought. That's beautiful. So it really changed you completely. I learned to trust myself. I learned to enjoy moments alone. I learned to laugh at my mistakes. I even learned to appreciate small routines, walking in the park, making my own meals, exploring streets I'd never seen before.
It sounds like freedom.
Exactly. Freedom and responsibility at the same time. Freedom to explore, freedom to reinvent yourself, but also responsibility for your choices, your mistakes, your happiness. And that balance, it's life-changing. And the cultural differences? How did you handle them in the long run? I learned to observe more than I judged. At first, I tried to force my ways, my habits, and it didn't work. But then I started noticing patterns, listening, asking questions. I began respecting the differences, even enjoying them. And that made me more patient, more open-minded. Wow, that's so profound. Yeah, and that's the gift of moving abroad. You realize your comfort zone was small. You realize home isn't just a place, it's also a mindset. And you start creating your own sense of belonging wherever you are. I feel like this is something everyone should experience, even for a short time. Definitely. It doesn't matter how long you stay. Even a few months teach you lessons you can't learn at home. You meet yourself in ways you never expected. And the mistakes, the awkward moments, the laughter, the tears, they all shape you. So, would you say it's worth it? Every second. Even the hard moments. Even the homesickness. Even the mistakes. Because in the end, I'm not just living in a new country. I'm living in a new version of myself. That's beautiful. Truly. And that's the thing. Moving abroad is more than a change of location. It's a journey of self-discovery, courage, and growth. And if you're thinking about it, take the leap. You'll learn more about the world and yourself than you ever imagined.
Thank you so much for watching. Moving to another country isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding experiences you can have. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts. Have you ever moved abroad, or are you thinking about it? I'd love to hear your story. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.